Come inside, buddy, you yell out in the bitter cold. Your dog glances at you, but then gleefully resumes sniffing the pine trees per usual. You take another deep breath in and blow into your hands to warm them up. Just as your dog comes to the patio door and runs inside, you see a gleaming light out of the corner of your eye. You quickly slide the patio door behind you and run outside to get a better look. As you look up at the vast night sky, a feeling of nausea washes over you. You were just warming up your hands in the frigid air a few minutes ago, but now you feel oddly warm. The light gets closer to you, and as you try to get a better look at the celestial object, you realize it's too large to be a satellite or a star. Now you notice its circular shape. A flood of fear washes over you, replacing the nausea. You run back to the patio door, go inside, slide it shut, and lock it behind you. You have a hard time falling asleep, but do so successfully with the help of your furry friend. In the morning, you wake up to harsh knocking at your door. You wait until your Ring doorbell loads to tell you who is there, but by the time it does load, no one's at the door. You walk to your front door, open it slowly, look outside to see a trio of figures standing in the pine trees.
Come with us,
they state with emotionless faces. You realize the dream you thought you had about UFOs was actually real. And here are the consequences standing in the back of your yard in your pine trees. Men in Black. My name is Kayla, and this is Cauldron Convos, baby. No smoke machine, but we usually have one. So if you're a new new viewer, then hit subscribe to see a smoke machine in the near future. It's like not impressive at all. No, I'm just kidding. But if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we post here every single week here on Cauldron Convos. We post about the spine-chilling conspiracy paranormal topics that you definitely want to hear about. We spend hours researching the topics so you don't have to. You just can sit back, be entertained, be educated, and maybe laugh a little bit, depending on the week. Sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm not. Depends, okay? And if some reason you want to follow me on other social medias, I'll put them down below. I got Instagram, got TikTok. I'll love to follow you back, have all the fun, because we need more paranormal people out there that really question what's going on in the world. So many people are just so happy not knowing things that I'm like, what?
Wake up, sheeple. Men in Black are out there. Just wait until you hear.
Yeah. Next week will be the first podcast episode that we will air, that we will be replying to our emails during the video. We'll be replying to comments. So if you want to get anything out, if you want to be like, you're weird, or if you want to be like, this is what I really want you to cover next week, please comment that down below or email us at cauldronconvos@gmail.com. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is, what are Men in Black? What is this theory or this conspiracy or this paranormal phenomenon that people talk about when they refer to Men in Black? Now, Men in Black is actually a popular conspiracy theory that there are men dressed in black suits who are quasi-special agents or government agents who harass, threaten, and supposedly even assassinate UFO witnesses to keep them quiet on what they have seen or witnessed.
Men in Black. We're not talking about Will Smith, but this is like legit.
Yeah, well, I have a whole conspiracy on its own about that.
It's like the whole Walt Disney Frozen thing. It's like a false flag operation.
Oh, wait. I thought I invented the false flag operation for this. Did you also separately think that?
I mean, I just did now.
But the term Men in Black is also sometimes used for mysterious men working for unknown organizations and branches of government allegedly tasked with protecting secrets or performing odd services. And I don't mean plumbing. I don't mean piping the snake or snaking the pipe. What is it?
Snaking the pipe.
Piping the snake, snaking the pipe.
I'll snake the pipes.
Not those guys dressed in black. Don't be confused. If someone shows up at your door, I'm a man in black, and they start piping your snake. Snaking your pipe. Just call the police.
What plumber wears black?
Actually, even if he's not doing that, if someone just shows up to your house and asks to come inside, just call the police.
Especially if they have black eyes.
Oh, jeez. Don't open the door if that happens. And Men in Black are sometimes referred to as the nice acronym MIBs. Not the MLB. No. Don't get too excited out there, Uncle Bobby. Just kidding. I don't have an Uncle Bobby. I just feel like I feel like an Uncle Bobby would like baseball. He's like a classic baseball
Uncle
fan.
Bob.
Uncle Bob,
Uncle
don't
Bob
get
takes you
so
to the bowl
excited.
game.
We're not talking about the MLB over here. We're talking about the MIBs, the Men in Black. You should be scared. They only eat hot dogs when they're looking for some witnesses out there. There have been several UFO researchers as well as enthusiasts that have come forward claiming that they have been faced, I should say, with a Men in Black. They've been questioned.
They've been accosted by a Men in Black.
Yes, perfect
a man
word.
in black.
A man, yeah. Can I use it as a singular term? And they typically have these experiences right after they have encountered a UFO or an alien. Men in Black's main purpose is to somewhat muzzle or shut up witnesses of paranormal phenomena that the general public shouldn't know, or that the government or whomever, whatever power you believe in, doesn't want people knowing.
They're expressionless, hairless, weird individuals.
Hairless?
Yeah, sometimes. I've seen hairless versions. We'll see.
You've seen them?
Well, we'll see some videos later
Whoa,
on.
whoa. Are you a UFOologist?
Ufologist.
Ufologist, sorry.
It's a weekend gig.
It's like Uber. There's like an app for ufologists.
Yeah, that's
It's like hire you.
Don't say it.
Oh shit.
Anyway, Men in Black travel in groups of 2 to 3. They wear black suits, obviously, hats in the fedora style.
Not always.
Well, they're not going to wear a baseball cap.
No, maybe.
Wear sunglasses. They drive black cars, probably a Cadillac, I'd say. And they usually go under the radar. They're not the most obvious people. They wear normal clothes, a black suit, black tie. Looks like they're going to a funeral, maybe. A lot of people that encounter the Men in Black have horrifying tales.
Men in Black are compared to FBI agents, or what people would just generally assume FBI agents to look like or act like. But there are some people that claim that they have encountered Men in Black and that they have had supernatural features such as glowing eyes and odd complexions. Folklorist James R. Lewis compares accounts of Men in Black with tales of people encountering Lucifer and speculates that they can be considered a kind of psychological trauma. So essentially, ufologists have adopted a conspiratorial mindset about Men in Black and started fearing this organized intimidation as a result of them knowing the truth of the UFOs. But it all started with one person claiming that they encountered a man in black, or a group, I guess, Men in Black, and his name was Harold Dahl in 1947. History.com notes that Harold Dahl was on a conservation mission on the Puget Sound near the eastern shore of Washington's Maury Island, gathering logs when he saw 6 donut-shaped obstacles hovering about a half a mile above his boat. Before long, one fell nearly 1,500 feet, followed by raining metallic debris, some of which hit Dahl's son Charles on his arm, as well as the family dog, who didn't survive the ordeal. That's crazy! The first Men in Black encounter was because someone's dog died?
Think about it this way. If you saw a UFO and a government goon comes up and says, "You didn't see anything," they cap your dog.
Oh. No, it says that the debris hit the dog.
Oh, shit.
No, I just shot the dog. Dahl was able to take some pictures of the aircraft with his camera. Reminds me of the time we were in the jacuzzi and we were trying to take pictures of Elon Musk's satellite that we thought was a UFO.
I don't know if you guys have heard this story.
I was so happy.
I told people for a week I saw a UFO.
Me too.
Everybody at work.
No, I was fully yeah.
All of my friends.
Don't worry, guys.
I saw a UFO.
Global warming, it's fine. There's aliens that will pick us up and we'll be chill.
And it was Elon Musk's Starlink satellites.
They could have warned us.
I just
they
felt
talk
like an idiot.
About I'm sorry. This is a bold statement. They talk about the dumbest things in the news. It's ice skating rink opens for the first time in Yonkers, and it's
like plastic ice. It's not even real.
It's hello. They're literally a shot of stars that shot across the sky that probably
a satellite
hundreds, thousands of people have seen. Well, now, it's probably everywhere. I don't know how many he has.
If my parents saw that, they would be convinced. Because they wouldn't Google it. They would never find out.
We didn't Google it for I think we Googled it the second or third day, but still those few, I was we got to go inside. Or I was get your phone out. We got to put this on the podcast.
I thought I was going to get probed for free.
I thought I was going to get TikTok famous or something.
TikTok famous.
But he was able to take some pictures of the aircraft with this camera, which he later showed to his supervisor, Fred Chrisman. If your supervisor's named Fred Chrisman, you better run. because you know he's going to be a hardy. Fred Chrisman had to make sure everything was okay, so he went back to the scene to look for himself and saw a strange aircraft with his own eyes. And they claim that in the morning, a man in a black suit came to Harold Dahl's home. They went to a local diner in which the man in black actually went in great detail on what Dahl had seen himself. The man in black supposedly stated, "What I have said is proof to you that I know a great deal more about this experience of yours than you will want to believe." That quote was written in Gray Barker's 1956 book, They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers. He quoted, "He told me I had 2 coins in my left pocket, which I happened to know for a fact. He asked me to hold a bright new copper penny up in my fingers, and he made it disappear in a bright blue light. I got a little uneasy when he ordered me to destroy the tapes and any other correspondence and anything to do with UFOs. He said that if I didn't do so, I would suffer the same fate as Barney Hill, who was a renowned contactee who had died under mysterious circumstances. I truly believe that this individual is from another planet. He is not an invader, but I do feel he and others like him are around nosing about." And Dahl was told not to tell people about what had happened to him, and he was told that if he did so, bad things would start happening to him. Of course, these events that took place on Maury Island started igniting these conspiracy theories about Men in Black. But in the end, the US government actually deemed it a hoax because Dahl and Crimson later admitted to it. However, I don't want to sound crazy because a lot of people have been starting to call me crazy on YouTube Shorts and other things, which is fine. I've always known that I am. But if it wasn't a hoax, the US government wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, these 2 random guys in the 50s, these like random people in a random state, in a random town. Yeah, they're right about aliens." They would take years to figure out how to tell the public. A more realistic option is that they like bribed these people, they forced these people into admitting, or not admitting, just lying about it being a hoax.
You have to also think about just like the size of the hoax. Like, people oftentimes will say the government is trying to cover up like the moon landing. Like, the amount of people that have to be in on like a UFO hoax would be a lot.
So that was just the first encounter with Men in Black that kind of spurred this phenomenon taking place and other people coming forward with their experiences with Men in Black. Whether it was a hoax to begin with that kind of launched this, I don't know, domino effect of people claiming that they've seen Men in Black, or perhaps it's peace. Maybe people have thought maybe they're brave enough now that someone came forward that they feel comfortable coming forward with their claims. I don't know. The second person that came forward was Kenneth Arnold, who was a pilot actually, that he said he saw a UFO sighting just 3 days after the first Maury Island sighting that we just talked about. So convenient? I don't know. According to a 1949 government report, quote, touched off the saucer sensation. And in the report, they note that Dahl, the first guy that apparently saw a UFO and had an interaction with the Man in Black, and Crimson, the guy that went back with Dahl and said he also saw the aircraft, they reached out to a Chicago magazine actually to try to sell their story. So there's always money involved, you know? I mean, like, not to hinder their experience, but the magazine editor actually contacted Arnold, the second guy who claimed he saw a UFO, to verify Dahl and Crimson's account. Then Arnold, quote, summoned 2 officers of Army intelligence to aid in the investigation of Dahl and Crimson's claim. They investigated in July, and after leaving in their B-25 the next day, the plane caught on fire and crashed, killing both of the officers. Not weird at all. The Maury Island story actually didn't even gain much popularity until 1956, which was almost 10 years later, when Gray Barker's book came out, in which he wrote of his file on the Maury Island case that largely consisted of the writings of that Chicago magazine editor. In the 1950s, young UFO enthusiast Albert K. Bender claimed he was visited by men in dark suits who threatened and warned him not to continue investigating UFOs, and leave it to the young UFO enthusiast, per usual, to, quote, almost single-handedly usher in the plague of the Men in Black. Robert Schaefer, UFO researcher, noted it still has an important legacy. Before Gray Barker's book was published in 1956, nobody outside a very narrow group of subscribers to Flying Saucer newsletters had ever heard of Bender or Men in Black in general. Barker described Bender's visitors as 3 men in black suits with threatening expressions on their faces, 3 men who walk in on you and make certain demands. 3 men who know that saucers are really real.
So, this is where I'm like, oh no. Like,
Why?
Because these guys already have a tinfoil hat on.
It's not like random people. They're not like, I don't know, it's like a random job. They're
Like
not
a
like
dentist.
bakers.
Ooh, baker.
They're not the ones that claim that Men in Black are visiting them. It's always the ufologist that's just like sitting there waiting for them to come.
Yeah, but is it like, who's gotten more MIB encounters? And it's like a contest at like a convention?
Yeah.
I feel like oftentimes people are normal people, then they see a UFO and then they become kind of hyper obsessed with it. And it could be paired with like a disorder or you know. People get hyper obsessed about literally anything. What?
Barker described Bender's visitors as 3 men in black suits with threatening expressions on their faces. 3 men who walk in on you and make certain demands. 3 men who know that you know what the saucers really are. Bender's 1962 book, Flying Saucers and the 3 Men, described the MIB as they floated about a foot off the floor.
They looked like clergymen, but wore hats similar to the Hamburg style. The faces were not clearly discernible, for the hats partly hid and shaded them. The eyes of all 3 figures suddenly lit up like flashlight bulbs. They seemed to burn into my very soul as the pains above my eyes became almost unbearable.
Now, of course, there's been some more claims. People that have come encounter with Men in Black. Ufologist John Keel claimed to have had encounters with MIB and referred to them as demonic supernaturals with dark skin and or exotic facial features. Historian Aaron Gulyas wrote, during the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s, UFO conspiracy theorists would incorporate the MIB into their increasingly complex and paranoid visions. In his article, Gray Barker, My Friend, the Myth Maker, like, that's kind of weird, having a friend and, like, writing an article about him and calling him the Myth Maker. John C. Sherwood, also I hate when people's names are, like, it's like, just first, last. We don't need, especially if your name's John, like, no one cares about your middle name. You're not, like, Seaglass Sherwin Holmes, you know? That's, like, a notable name. John C. Sherwood claims that in the late 1960s, at the age of 18, he cooperated when Gray Barker urged him to develop a hoax, which Barker subsequently published. Now, I think it's important to go through the theories on what Men in Black are. The first theory is that Men in Black are aliens in disguise who arrive in order to try and cover up their tracks. And most of these believers say that this is why Men in Black show no human emotions and have the ability to appear and vanish almost at will from the homes of those they target. In a blink of an eye, gone.
It's like flu powder.
True.
Or apparition.
The second theory is kind of similar to the alien theory, but that Men in Black are actually machines, like android or humanoid robots. Think Star Wars.
Elon Musk.
Think Elon
Yeah,
Musk.
C-3PO. No way. We don't have technology like that now, let alone
Yes.
in the 50s.
The third theory, which is the most, like, believable, I guess some people would say, is that the Men in Black are actually just government officials who are sent to the homes of individuals deemed as being a threat, which explains why many of the Men in Black stories involve Men in Blacks intimidating people rather than killing or assaulting them. Imagine we were on, like, a live stream. This is, like, a crazy thing. Like, we're just, like, famous YouTubers that do conspiracy, whatever, and then we get a knock on the door and we're just like, okay, 1 second, sorry guys, like, I think the pizza's whatever. And then it just goes bzzz, and then we just don't reply for months. That's crazy.
That would be a really good PR thing.
Yeah. Write that down. Or like a good, like if we wanted to take a break and like go to Dubai.
Yes, come on, TurboTax, do your thing.
Okay. Another note is that many ufologists claim that Men in Black actually either destroy their evidence of UFOs, they go on their computers, they're missing, they go into their homes, and they propose that Men in Black are actually hackers as well. So now we're going to look at some video and photo evidence, or quote unquote video and photo evidence, whatever you want to believe.
So this was sent in via email to a UFO investigatory group by a man who works as a security guard for an accounting firm in Liverpool, United Kingdom.
3:33 p.m. I cannot explain what happened, neither can anyone else.
3:33 is a little
and I
bit
need
odd.
you to see this. I'm about to show you the footage that I took from the CCTV camera that I sent to law enforcement to investigate this. I need to do this because they won't let us transfer any of these videos from our work computers. I have to record it on my mobile. I'm going to try and hold it as steady as possible. So we have 3 cameras around this room.
is so
Let me
fake.
show you the clip
No
of what the
You think
first
so?
camera got.
Yeah, did you read the comments?
As you can see, he's
Looks like
talking
Liam's
really,
desk
really
is in a
hard.
closed office, so this guy's full of shit.
Oh, yeah, someone says, I want to say a big giant thank you to Apex TV for the humor and great comedy videos. Y'all guys rock. Seriously, I'm not even joking.
Seems to get on with his work fine. It hasn't
And the next
distracted
person
him too
said,
much.
this highly trained agent, so attentive to detail, would never forget this electronic artifact on the table.
He turns around again. I wish these cameras had sound, but
So look, he answers the door.
Strange. So a guy in a black suit walks in and shakes his hand.
Looks like he's wearing a bald cap.
This guy
Yeah, it looks fake. It's like Pitbull.
already told
Hey,
It's
yo,
what?
I'm Neo tonight.
And look at that collar. Nuh-uh, this is fake.
Fake. Look at the sneakers under the desk. That must be stinky.
That guy's too young, and he's
Too
not the right
stinky.
build. After watching this video, several questions remain. Where is Nicole? So, supposedly, the woman, Nicole, in this video is gone.
Actually?
It's on Daily Motion. Take that as a grain of salt.
I work for a law office by the name of in
Jeez.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Jeez, I didn't know there was an asshole in this office.
About to show footage from the main lobby security camera. This happened yesterday on June 4th.
I should have made one of these before I quit.
I'm in my cubicle right now.
Yeah, maybe this is like, I fast forwarded. This is stupid. This is what a Men in Black looks like, in my opinion. He's older than the other Men in Black. He's not wearing sunglasses inside like a freaking bimbo. His collar is right. His suit looks well tailored. But, fatal error, he put both of his hands on the counter. Fingerprints.
Men in Black would never.
Men in Black would never. Oh, what the fuck? She pulls a gun out. Wait, I did not watch it this far. Oh, it's 6 minutes. Wait, 6
I
minutes.
didn't go
This
for that.
escalates. Hold on.
Now watch. Now she's going. Now she gets the office gun. So
The office gun?
she doesn't feel comfortable.
I love how he's whispering the whole time.
I love how she has a camera in her purse. Like, she just brings her camera to work.
Hey, maybe she's a vlogger. Maybe she's doing a what's in my bag. Now, the most popular mainstream media feature of Men in Black is obviously the 1997 science fiction film starring Will Smith. And there's even a Men in Black alien attack ride at Universal Studios in Orlando. Here's what's interesting. Here's my conspiracy, okay? The image of Men in Black in the movie was not negative at all. In fact, it was actually positive.
They were the heroes.
They were the heroes. They were depicted as heroes instead of villains, how Men in Black
Will
are
Smith
to
wasn't
us,
smacking anybody.
which resulted in the theories of Men in Black being villains that are trying to limit humans or whatever citizens' thoughts on aliens and extraterrestrials. It stopped that from happening a little bit. Did the government plant this Will Smith movie, an iconic actor, pre-smacking someone on TV? He's a
Like
Man in
wet
Black.
fish. Hollywood create a movie franchise
Yes.
to avoid people from Googling Men in Black? Because we had a hard time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was actually pretty easy to find stuff, but like whenever you Google Men in Black,
It's
like
the
Will
first
Smith.
thing. It's pages and pages of Men in Black movie, Men in Black reviews,
Even
Men in Black
images,
this, Men in Black
real
that.
photos. Disney, Frozen. Walt Disney's head is frozen. So when you search Walt Disney Frozen, you don't look at Walt Disney Frozen, you look at the movie Frozen.
Holy cow!
Let it go.
I didn't even.
Let it go. Yeah, bitch. Let that go.
Oh my god, this is crazy. So
You
I'm
didn't-
like,
you-
actually,
Have you not heard that?
never. I
Okay.
mean, I knew the
That's
Walt
an
Disney
original
Frozen.
thought. I just made that up. I
Oh
just
really?
thought of
You're
it.
just that
Yeah,
good?
I
Oh
just
yeah.
that
If you
good.
want more of these original thoughts, subscribe for more videos. Are they
Okay.
capable of it? Yes.
Yes, but are they going to? No.
I wouldn't
It's
doubt it.
Stupid.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, so okay, I don't even think Men in Black are real.
Whoa. Now
There,
we're on the
I said it.
discussion already.
Yeah.
But
so
fine, let's go.
I don't think there are people erasing people's memories.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Well, I'm just saying, like.
But you don't think they're like government agents? You just said
I-
it a little
okay,
bit ago.
well, I do think
they
they're
might be government
goons,
agents.
but I don't think they're all bald. And I think maybe
I don't
they
think
could
they're all
wear black
bald.
suits. But
I'm
maybe,
sure they wear black.
Maybe every once in a while, someone's in a blue suit.
Yeah, maybe they're in uniforms.
Black suit uniforms.
Why not?
This isn't Universal Studios.
Do they wear suits?
At the Jimmy Fallon ride.
Very specific.
No, 'cause-
Don't hinder your mind's ability to think of the crazy or whatever, like abnormal. The unknown, or like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, it's a conspiracy. I'm not going to go crazy and be like, men in black are following me and this and that. Like, there's a line.
Yeah.
It's not even that fine of a line.
Stay woke,
It's a hard line of like, okay, we're just like thinking about, there's possibility that there are people that don't want us to know about aliens, and that's probably true.
Yeah, but now the government has completely changed their whole tune on it.
Now they're sharing the UFO stuff. They knew that way before they're announcing it. It's not like they found out last week and they're like, oh, we gotta tell the public. You know how slow the government is? Have you been to a DMV? Have you been to a DMV line?
Stop using my arguments.
And before the 1997 Will Smith film, there was actually other films such as The Brother from Another Planet, which sounds like the brother from another mother, but nope, he's from another planet. And there are also a few songs that feature lyrics about men in black. I think like more than 3 songs that have to do with men in black. So it's clearly
including a Pitbull song.
Really?
It was like the theme song to the most recent movie.
Whoa. So I was thinking of like what, are there any men in black in cartoons? Are there men in black in movies? What movies are there? And I was like, Lilo and Stitch. I feel like there was a guy that had black glasses, like the classic FBI agent, whatever, suit, strong. Long story short, Cobra Bubbles actually was a man in black.
Yep. He
so
was.
Disney is really just going with the Frozen thing. With the Frozen head. The Disney head.
We're starting a new series called Cauldron Corrections.
Yes.
Where we basically go through all of our old episodes and we personally will address your comment and correct ourselves if we're wrong. We'll hate comments. Well, no.
Well,
No.
it's like encouraging people like, you suck! Cobra Bubbles is mine!
This is called I was abducted by aliens and they made me do their chores. It was designed by us and it is produced by us. And we have a website where we are selling it. However,
Pre-sale right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cauldron Convos. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button. As always, comment anything you want to comment below and subscribe because we post every single week. I hope you guys like this episode and I'll see you guys next week here on Cauldron Convos, baby. Bye.
Toodles.